Welcome back to day 2 of Senior Bloom's 7-day memory improvement journey for people over 60. After the first day of physical exercises to activate the brain, today we will continue with an equally important method: practicing memory through simple memory exercises. Don't underestimate the power of these exercises, because many studies have shown that just a few minutes a day on memory games can significantly improve alertness. First of all, try asking yourself, when was the last time you tried to remember a list? When you were young, did you easily remember your relatives' phone numbers, remember numbers or items you needed to buy without taking notes? But as we get older, we rely more and more on paper, smartphones, and therefore, the brain's natural ability to remember also weakens. So today, I will guide you through a series of simple but extremely effective exercises to rekindle the memory power that you thought you had lost. Starting with the first exercise, let's practice the word list exercise. I will read you a list of 10 words. Listen and try to remember. No need to write them down. After reading, I will give you a few minutes to try to remember how many words you remember. Get ready. Apple, chair, lamp, cat, bicycle, clock, milk, shoe, pen, window. Now close your eyes or look into the distance for a few seconds and try to recall the list. How many words do you remember? 5 words, 7 words, or all 10? If you can't remember them all, don't be discouraged, because this is when we apply a technique called chunking, also known as breaking down information. Chunking is a way of breaking long information into smaller groups that are easier to remember. For example, with the above list, you can group it into Group 1, apple, milk; Group 2, chair, lamp, window; Group 3, cat, bicycle; Group 4, watch, shoe, pen. Grouping information like this makes it easier for the brain to store because it creates logical connections instead of a separate list. Next, try the number string memorization exercise. I will read a string of numbers, you listen and try to remember it. The first string of numbers: 3 to 8, 1 to 4, 7. Repeat it. 3, 4, 7. Can you remember it all? If it's too easy, let's try a longer string. 5 to 2, 9 to 6, 1 to 3, 7 to 8. If you can't remember it all, don't worry. You can remember by imagining those numbers into a story. For example, 5 birds, 2 leaves, 9 apples. Associating numbers with specific images will make it easier for your brain to remember. In addition to exercises with words and numbers, I recommend you practice your memory through games such as Sudoku. Helps increase concentration and problem solving. Crossword. English or Vietnamese crosswords are both very good. Riddles. Short puzzles train your brain's flexibility. Spend about 15 minutes a day on these games. You will notice your brain becoming sharper every day. In addition, another small tip to improve your memory is to tell a story every day. For example, before going to bed at night, try to remember and tell yourself about that day. What did you do? Who did you meet? What did you eat? Was there anything funny? This habit helps the brain practice organizing information, linking events, and storing memories longer. In addition, there is a very interesting secret to using the associative image method. For example, to remember the shopping lists such as milk, bread, eggs, apples, you can imagine yourself walking in a fairy garden. First is the stream flowing with milk. Next to it is the bread tree growing from the ground, eggs floating in the air, and in the distance are the red apple trees. When creating funny and strange images like this, the brain will remember much better. Maybe on the first day of practice, you will not see your memory improve immediately. But if you persist for a few minutes every day, I guarantee you will see a clear difference after a week. The brain is like a garden. If you water and fertilize it every day, the trees will grow green again. And finally, I have a little challenge for you. After watching this video, try to write down a list of 5 things that you often forget in your house. Then practice remembering them without looking at the paper. The next day, try to recall them to see how many you can remember. Share your results in the comments section below so that I and other friends in the Senior Bloom community can follow your progress. Tomorrow, we will move on to a very important topic: golden nutrition for the brain, what to eat to have a healthy brain, remember for a long time, and prevent memory aging. Thank you for joining me on this second day. Remember, every day is a small but sustainable step towards a clearer memory. See you tomorrow.